Yeah, I think I'm pretty much done with the mods on both guitars that I'm working on. The Travelcaster is up to snuff pretty much. I've played it. It seems to do alright. And Melissa had to go back to her beast. This pickup down here. What's that? Over. I got a drink of coffee. Yeah. So she's a weird gal. She likes a lead pickup, a bridge pickup, but here and inverted with the screwables at a point where I can slam and do my chirping and stuff. She knows exactly what I like. That's Melissa. So now, she's got her Tech stuff, Tech, and of course the the nut is also Tech. Uh, the tuners are made for Ernie Ball. Shoot, sorry. Trying to hold it up with one hand, and I'm 73, so. But I installed it, and because this screwable's here, I can get chirps and stuff, and not as the way I had it rewired before. It's not quite as bright sounding, but it is bright enough. And when I go to this one, it's really, you can tell the difference. That's pretty nice. Of course, you guys know that I've thought about putting felt behind the springs. It's 2/8. Was it 3/8 of an inch? 3/8 of an inch thickness in the felt, and it does pretty good. Any unwanted harmonics that don't belong in music, basically, gets absorbed. The travel of the strings there, it gets absorbed because of the felt being there. Now, this is a Travelcaster, and I also have. Let me hold it with two hands. So it's got Tech stuff, and also the nut, and it's got the Fleor company. It's got the rails though, and where Melissa has just the neck pickup. It's really for the bridge, but that's what she likes it. She likes to lead with her and be real spunky and crisp with her rhythm. That's what she's known for, is having that kind of almost single coil type of sound. Let's see. The back, I decided to go ahead and put the plate on it, the back plate, because that thing looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger and his Terminator business, and you can see it's quite a chunk of brass, and it does give it some more sustain, which I like. The type I have is a 2-point bridge setup for vibrato bar, and it just pushes in, and you can adjust with an Allen wrench the tension, so if you go here, it stays there. Easy to move too. And she also got some locking tuners. Not a bad company. It's 21-to-1 ratio instead of just 18-to-1 or 19-to-1. It takes more time, but it's surer about and more precise about keeping it in place. What else can I tell you? It looks pretty neat. My standing finding where I should be. Yeah. So, and of course the plug-in, the jack is in the back because there's no room in the front. So I just kind of took all that stuff off. And what else was I going to tell you about it? I think, oh yeah, that what happened is if you look at this, the side of this, where the tuners come up, the end of the tuners, it's not high enough off the nut to you know, push it against the nut there. So it moves sideways. Before I put these trees on, it kept. Yeah, I'm an aggressive player, and it was the string wasn't sitting still at the pivot point. At this point, it wasn't there. It just kept sliding back and forth because there was no pressure, downward pressure on the nut. So that's why I had to put basically 2 extra trees to get it done. That's the story on the travel guitar. The pickup seems to work good for that kind of guitar, and I do use. This is what I recommend for any kind of light guitar. Like Travel Master's 5.4 pounds. Now it's more because I've added all that brass. But this is what I use. The compressor sustainer has a tack on it, and since I like that, I like to express myself, and it sustains, but a lot of people just go for the sustain. Go for some attack too, you know. And a tone, you can go from max bright to kind of a warm, dark sound. It's nice. This I've used Behringer stuff before. I had a preamp that was had low impedance output, and that's how I did all of my first copyrights with that kind of system. And it was Behringer. This is the CS 400. Don't know what it means. But I'm impressed. I thought that it wasn't going to work that good. The price I got from Sweetwater was pretty darn good. So I thought, well, it must be a cheap pedal, But hey, I used Behringer before with the low impedance output preamp, and I can get a lot of different types of overdrives with it and clean sound. I took it off an amplifier that I purchased made by Behringer. It was only, I believe, 15 watts, 20 watts, somewhere around there, and it was at 4 ohms. It was a wimp, but I didn't use it for that. I didn't have to play with a band, I just wanted to make some good recordings on my guitar work. So that's how I did it. With this one can be used for live shows. It'll definitely give you more presence. That's one thing that the Travel Master, the Travel Caster, didn't quite have that presence. Melissa does, but we know that. And Jennifer is the king or the queen of all the present stuff. She's got the hottest pickups, most expensive pickups like Kiesel, 1/4 inch on the bridge, and the regular 1/8 inch on the neck. And she has 2 switches that are 3 positions. Middle position is always humbucker, and A and B coils are off to the side, left and right. Or if you go, I consider this A, and it's acoustical like, and when I want to get that Stratocaster drive, I just put it on B, single coil wise. That's mainly what I'm talking about, is what you can get the response from single coil with those switches. So Jennifer has all those goodies, and Christina got one Allen Holdsworth humbucker, but it's got the 3 position switches, and it's just one, and it affects all any setting you put it on. You can get it more high-endy acoustic like an acoustic guitar has a lot of high end, and or Stratocaster, more compressed sounding and driving kind of sound. It does both things, and plus you still have the humbucker, and you can introduce the humbucker to any position, any kind. If you want to fatten it up, that's Christina with the Allen Holdsworth. The only one I have that has that. I used to have carbons on all my guitars, but I don't know what happened to carbon. Some of the pickups went bad, microphonic on that lead. I think I had a 1/4 inch on that, and when that went like that, I couldn't even plug it into the amp because everybody would be looking, what is that? All that feedback and stuff, unwanted stuff. So nowadays, I put the Kiesels on Jennifer, and they're doing good. That's the best sounding guitar I have, and it's so warm and silky that it was my church going guitar for quite a while here at 7 Church. However, I got in trouble, or my pastor got sued. There was one of the members of our church was staying here for. He was allowed to stay 1 week, and he stayed 3.5 months. During that time, he bought all kinds of subwoofers and stuff, and would crank it up. And then he'd say, "It's only halfway." But meanwhile, outside, all our other businesses is a business thing. It's a center, shopping center type thing. Business center. And they complained to the owner and the manager and all that, and they thought that my pastor, Pastor Felix Del Monte, was renting it out for parties and stuff. I mean, totally wrong, because that's not what we do. It's not. We're Latin people. We don't act that way. It's no reason to do that. To be blasting up, but he's the tallest Puerto Rican I've ever met. This guy Manuel, and he was playing congas for us, but he kind of had a falling out. The pastor don't want him here. If he finds out he's here, he knows he's going to try to sleep here, stay here, and all that, and that's what got him in trouble with the pastor, Manuel. We call him Manuelismo because when he's around, there's a certain conditions that shouldn't be there, but they occur, and that's why we call him Manuelismo. But his name is Manuel Aguiar, and basically that's what happened. So here, this little room, I've just got one corner. The tech. I'm going to swivel this around. My tech guy, he's got all these computer parts and shit everywhere. There's more over here. It's like, that's what he does, and he rebuilds computers. And, so I ended up with just doing my thing in a corner. And Mr. Piano, he was in storage for quite a while, and my life is in storage, basically, is the way I look at it. Well, anyway, that's all the time I have, and I just want to let you know what's going on with Raw Woodshed. God bless everyone.